The winds have shifted in Alethi. Once Kholinar shone, a beacon of pride and glory. Now its towers groan beneath the weight of despair. Its people whisper of shadows moving in the rain, of oaths long broken beneath the thunder's roar. 4 souls drawn together, bound by threads unseen. An investigator chasing truth through a city drowning in secrets. A thief, mercenary by name, but fierce of heart, determined to save the home that scorns them. A fabric cloaked in falsehood, shaping light and metal, seeking to forge a better tomorrow before the storm consumes the present. The Vorin woman, staring defiance into the eyes of destiny, striving to become more than her world dares to allow. The city trembles. Cults, old and forgotten, whisper beneath the weeping stone. And from the tempest comes a call for those who would speak the last ideal.
Hello, Internet. It's us, the cast of The Last Ideal, aka Craig, Jem, Aaron, Lane, Mandy, playing Alstrom, Fira, Aaron, Bear, Nev. It's good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining us. We come to you off of the back of a very heartfelt and beautiful scene. Our Radiance had gotten together in the sheath, this makeshift home neighborhood that the network has curated and cobbled together for themselves. And people had some good food. Karov sits peacefully sleeping in the lap of Navali. Bear sits tumultuously stewing in the aftermath of being dressed down by Fira. And Alstrom, well, Alstrom just had a super normal day that didn't really involve anything too exciting. In fact, if you're a fan of very run-of-the-mill, normal, quiet, sort of milquetoast afternoons in the Stormlight archives, you should watch the last episode. Specifically Alstrom's scene. It's very wholesome. It's very basic. So we are actually joining our Radiance in the moments just past the end of last session. No time has passed. They sit around this makeshift stove where they break bread, eat a warm, hot meal, and share what has been conspiring since they were apart. So,
Nev, who is basically holding a sleeping kid. So, did anyone do anything, I don't know, interesting, good, valuable, informative in the last few weeks? Okay, so you can have conversations in the speech bubble in front of everybody at dinner, but you can't open your mouths when I ask a question. She's looking.
I was letting other people speak first. I can go. I was trying to do some research, and so you know how I grabbed Rave's ledger. Yeah. That was interesting. It was definitely more than a ledger. There was some like hidden information in code inside of it. And it's got quite a personality. I ended up talking to it and Shadesmar and things, but it did confirm that there are corrupted Spren as part of Rave's plan, and Rave was using things like palace influence and debt with Light Eyes and nobles to seemingly like destabilize the city from the inside out. It also had more it only let me ask one question, but it said if I got it a lock, it would be open to potentially me asking another question. And I wanted some help before I did that to get like a group input to figure out what I should ask next, because it's very
You
picky.
talked to a book?
Yeah. And he's not very nice, but it's
Like
Rave's
it
book,
talked-
so that kind of makes sense.
It talked back to you?
Yes.
Okay, this is...
In Shadesmar.
Okay.
It also referenced something about the true inheritors of Roshar, but then would not elaborate anymore. So,
You said the book was in code. Do you decipher the code?
no, and that's why I tried to. Well, it was Frame's idea to try and talk to the soul of the book instead, because I couldn't figure out the code myself. Maybe you could take a look at it, and then I wouldn't have to talk to that thing again. That'd be great.
Well, I recently found out some information about Rave that gives me reason to think I might be able to read that book.
Yeah. I brought it with me, so yeah, we can totally take a look at that. And then, but yeah, I definitely wanted all of your input if I do have to talk to it again and ask it another question, because I figured you all probably have some information that'll be helpful too, and we can figure out if there is another question we want to ask it together. I also started teaching some self-defense courses in the market. That has grown a lot. It's been really successful. People in the market have been really taking to it really well, and some of the network has joined. I don't know if they've told you about it, Navali, but they've been kind of helping me teach some kids in the market. It's been really nice.
It's me. Dervin like holds up a hand.
Yeah, Dervin's been a great teacher.
Nev looks over at him. You teaching people now?
There isn't a single person in that market that knows how to hold a knife. Not one of them. Not even one of them.
They do now.
But they do now. And I, greatest teacher there is, I've only cut like 4 people.
Nev just purses their lips like, yeah, that's a great track record. Please be careful. Please don't.
It's just little nicks on the hand. I got one across the ribs. I'm okay.
Let me see it.
Dervin pulls up his shirt, and there's a fairly wicked gash across his ribs.
Yeah, Bertolard reaches over and grabs the wound and heals it.
Yeah, Dervin's just my meat, my meat. You don't have to take off Stormlight for that or anything like that. You're surrounded by it. Yeah, you're all good. You can heal Dervin. Yeah, they've kind of been calling Fira something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think refusing that name has been stopping it. So I've been trying to kind of adjust or shape what it means before it really gets out of hand. And I don't know how well I'm doing at that.
They've been
Neva's
burning,
staring very knowingly in Fira's direction.
They've been burning
now you know
prayers. They've been burning prayers to her.
I'm glad nobody burns storming prayers to me. Jeez.
I can redirect them to you.
No thanks. Being Nev the Knife is bad enough.
There were some people watching, some light-eyed observers. They weren't wearing any colors or anything I could identify. They didn't introduce themselves. They weren't interfering with the classes, but they were definitely watching. So I don't know who they were, but I'm a little bit more on guard for any future classes that I host in the market.
Is it the same ones every time? Have you noticed a pattern?
You didn't come through.
Yeah.
You didn't
Sorry?
come through, Jem?
Have I noticed?
They have been the same rotation. It's a few at the beginning, and then they rotate out, for people to come for lunch or whatever. Regular breaks that that people that need to eat and piss and rest would do. If you're doing a 4-hour session, they'll switch out at about 2-hour mark, but it's always the same people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like the same group of people.
Dervin, next time you help Fira, I need you to take note of who's who.
Wouldn't mind if you told me when you were doing it, and I could maybe just come watch the watchers,
Yeah.
Yeah. Get a couple network members to watch from the rooftops.
Yeah.
I want to make sure
Especially,
it's nothing extreme or bad. If these people wanna hurt
especially
you, then...
with exactly everything. And knowing that Rave was trying to do something with all of the debt with Light Eyes and nobles in the city, so who knows? Yeah, and then I did speak to Klim. I wanted to ask if he had any information about what was happening or what the Sons of Honor's plans were, or about the corrupted spren that I saw in the ledger or was mentioned in the ledger. And if they were open to any sort of collaboration, but unfortunately, he did say he had information, but he wouldn't give it freely. He asked me to do something that I wasn't willing to do. And so the ghost bloods might be useful. Oh, he wanted me to kill someone, but he wouldn't tell me why. They might be useful, and they know more than they're letting on, but they're not safe. He said Their goals are surrounding the greater good, not really protecting Kholinar at the end of the day.
Who's greater good?
Exactly.
Did you
That
talk about?
everyone's greater good.
Did you talk about anything else with Clem?
No, not really.
I'd like a deception.
Right.
It's an 11 insight. It's a bad roll.
I thought I had the wrong character sheet up for a second.
I think
Yeah.
I'm okay
19.
failing that one. Like
19.
I rolled really well, but I think could I choose to
Oh my gosh! Yeah, you could just you could just
Bad lie.
it could just be a bad lie. There's always precedent for like you're trying to be caught, but you don't want to say it out loud. There's a lot of nuance when it comes to subterfuge.
Yeah, I think she doesn't want to say it out loud to the group. But it's clear that there was something else. She's just not comfortable talking about it with everyone.
Well, maybe subject change will be sufficient. That thing you told me about the ledger, circling back to Rave. I look around the room. Are all of the kids still here, or have they mostly like left us?
The meal's done. There's only 3 kids that are still present. Karov in your lap, Dervin beside Bertalar, and Falarin.
Okay. Then seeing present company, I'll say I met a contact today who claims to be from the other cell of the organization that I was in, that we were all in. Rave was the leader of the Phantom Dreyer and also the holder of Cutter's debts, which apparently now fall on to me. I don't think any of that is going to matter, but what does matter is exactly what Rave has been up to. He is manufacturing problems with his actions. So in addition to everything else we've learned about Rave, he was in control of me.
So, that makes sense why they thought you were a son of honor,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that list.
I have to go vet these people, but they want to work with me. They want to work with the network.
What's his name?
Without Rave.
Falarin speaks up.
His name was Kosovan.
Kosovan.
He had a Dreyer tattoo.
I've heard of him.
Does
White-eyed
Bear know
bastard.
about Kosovan in all of his time?
Go ahead and give me a lore. No. As you're making that, Falarin just says, "Yeah, he's sort of a gambler. That's all I know about him."
Yeah, that's where he wants me to go. Meet up at their gambling house.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Do you believe him?
He gave me a lot of information. And I'm curious.
You're not going to go by yourself, though, right?
I'm not taking you with me.
Right. I didn't say that. But why? Wait.
If it's not really a Dreyer meetup, then I will have to kill some people. And if you are against that kind of thing, I would rather not bring you.
I mean, I would go. I've recently taken up kicking people off buildings, so
You what?
Well, you know.
I mean, it's just the one guy, but yeah, no.
If you need some help,
Well, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you gotta kick a guy off the wall. Been
Yeah.
there. Sorry, that was not a character at all.
Yeah, we've all kicked someone off the wall, Bear. You're not unique. You're not cool. Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I was really hoping Nev was just on board with that. I was like, nice.
Yeah, good. Someone on team wall kicker.
Well, I assume he was a bad guy. Not that that makes it better.
Dervin gives a pretty emphatic nod. Yeah, he was a jerk. He was a real big jerk. He tried to kill me.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I kicked him off the wall.
Oh, sorry, Karov.
Yeah, Karov's just like,
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, Dervin just kind of, yeah, he was a bad guy. He was trying to kill me. Me and Bear were on a super crazy and really cool spy mission together. We were hunting people down, and we were getting into fights and killing people and fighting people and saving lives and
You didn't kill
and doing drugs and
You're telling tales again, Dervin.
I'm not telling any tales. One or both of us were doing these things.
I look at Bear.
One or both of us were doing these things. So for the record, Dervin, you weren't doing drugs, right?
I was not the one doing drugs. No, drugs are bad.
Dervin was not doing drugs. Dervin, to my knowledge, did not kill anyone. Dervin did a very, very, very little bit of the fighting.
Okay.
I mean, the hunting, the tracking, the being spies. I mean, that was all. Yeah, no, he was there for that. He did good.
I'm the best.
Dervin is getting the very serious look of disapproval.
Dervin is trying to make it seem like it doesn't make him wilt. But he's holding his chin up. He's not making eye contact with Navali. But I can tell all of you, all of the assembled members of the network here today, that I was super safe the entire time, and it was always simply a matter of trying to be as good as possible. We were tracking down some really bad people, and then it got messy at the end. That's really it. And I kind of saved Bear's life. I kind of saved his entire life.
I don't think I would have died, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah,
so,
you don't know that. You don't know that. I think you would have died. I think you were basically dead without me.
Well,
He shouldn't have been putting you in a situation where you had to do that.
Correct.
I chose this.
Yeah, he chose.
And then you hear the line that you've said out of your mouth probably several hundred times, Navali. I was raised in this. What else was I supposed to do?
Ow. Why am I catching strays now?
I mean, we're about to be literally at war. Things are not going to get safer. If he gets to watch me rough some guys up and learn a couple tricks, how is that bad?
He's right. He's super right.
I am super right.
Yeah.
You could have had one of us with you to help you rather than...
It sounds like everyone else was busy. You were talking to Clem, Navali was making contacts with the other thing, and Alstrom was probably being really cool and normal.
Did you even think to ask?
No, I didn't think to ask. I was taking care of business. It was
and
my
by
job.
storming not We've worked together before.
I was doing my job. If I thought that I was going to get into something where I needed help, then I would have
Are
came
you
and
doing
asked.
your job, or are you taking ridge bark to stay up for days because you can't let something go?
I recently had a nap, so...
Well, Stormin, good for you. Sorry if I don't exactly trust your judgment right this moment.
Well, my shitty judgment, my, storming, awful judgment, unfortunately revealed some really important things. So if you would like me to share, I would be more than happy to share with you.
By
But if
all
you'd like to
means,
keep
share with
judging me,
class.
okay. So, is anyone familiar with the Unmade?
You mean like the one in the castle? Wait, do we know that?
Yeah, what do
We
know?
do know that.
Do you know that it's an unmade? You have heard that term in regards to that creature, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So I've done a little bit of research, and apparently the thing in the castle is not the only Unmade in Kholinar. There is another one who apparently comes out of mirrors or glass or water or something, and that does not sound...
And then Bear pulls out like this little tiny pamphlet. I think he would have probably leafed through it before coming here.
Yeah.
Is there anything in there that like Lane probably doesn't know?
Cliff
You know what I mean?
Cliff notes of like what's inside of that pamphlet. It was, if you remember, an account from an Ardent ages ago. And essentially it is a very well documented case of within Yakaved, very specifically the capital city, there was a rash of what was called hysterics, where everyone was seeing a purple woman in a mirror that was making wild offerings and was trying to turn people away from the Almighty, was this grand heretical presence beyond the pale, and all of these different ridiculous claims. And the Ardent had slowly but surely become convinced that this was not at all hysterics, and was in fact something that was a real creature that laid somewhere beyond physical Roshar, whether it was a Voidbringer or it was some other unexplained bygone piece of a desolation. All of the accounts that he could get, or that he could give, or that he could get, were from Vorin teaching. So it was always presented through the lens of desolations, Voidbringers, bringers of destruction, great tempters, a test sent from a herald, etc., etc., etc. But it was enough that this man dug. And that was not the first account of this very specific creature. And in so much that the connections were made to an older piece, which you do not have access to, that spoke on creatures that are called the Unmade. And those are great spirits of Roshar that cause chaos, destruction in one measure, and redemption and enlightenment in another measure. So it's sort of, even this Ardent had a sort of moment, a crisis of faith in the fact that, like, I don't think this is a Voidbringer. This doesn't make any sense. These things that are called the Unmade are supposed to be X, Y, and Z. Like, isn't this a Voidbringer? It's tempting people. It's trying to do this. It's trying to do that. And then the very last entry, you flipped to the last page. It was just, I'm starting to see things in mirrors. I think I have its attention. And then the last words are, I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, so Bear probably rifles off, again, spark notes of that.
Okay, so there's weird purple lady, which is not the thing that I saw in the palace. It is a very different thing. So there are two. There is Purple Lady who promises you stuff, I don't know, like a wish granter or something, but not who's the Night Watcher or whatever. And then there is the other one that is currently talking to Queen Aesudan. Also, I took kind of a little trip into Aesudan's head just before she killed... Was that Arden's name? Pell or something? Just before she killed the Arden outside. And it was telling her things like she needed to prepare for the revel that... I mean, basically, this thing was telling her it's time to party. And then I talked to Quintus Venth shortly before I kicked him off the wall. And he confirmed that Rave has been trying to soften up the strength of Kholinar, the Light Eyes, the mercenaries, whatever he can find to make them weak, to make them relish in excess and gluttony, in whatever way that looks like, in order to, what I assume, make space for whatever this thing is to come in. And it is, and it has, and it's only going to get worse. Also, a lot of the Light Eyes are now held up inside the palace and are not coming out at all for weeks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alstrom chokes on his drink at the talk of seeing somebody in mirrors and
Didn't you just say you
says,
saw a Spren?
yeah, that was just, yeah, but it didn't look like that, though. It was like a normal kind of... Has there been any rumors in the city? Has anybody talked about hearing or seeing something like this before?
I'd like Alstrom to roll a deception.
Bertalar, after hearing Nev, is immediately suspicious. Oh my god. Such a natural 20.
Ooh.
Give yourself an opportunity.
Will do.
Ooh, that's a 15.
Alstrom, what is it that you tell? What is the tell?
Press Alstrom on what he saw in the mirror.
So you saw just like a Spren.
Yeah, it kind of looked human-ish.
Okay, so like it was a mirror Spren.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not a thing, Alstrom.
How do you know?
Because I've looked in a lot of mirrors because I'm very vain. And I have never seen a Spren. Was she purple? Was it a purple lady Spren?
It's kind of more black, like shadow.
That is way more ominous, actually.
Well, I kept trying to, like, get information from me. Trying to, like, make some bargain, but I wasn't having any of it. Do you think that there was this unmade you were talking about?
I don't want to insult you, Alstrom. But if I was coming to Kholinar to make a bargain with someone, you would be top of my list. You're smarter than anyone I know, and you're a bit of a pushover.
Creme storms. You're right. You're absolutely, well, do what? I mean, I'm not gonna do what she asked me to do. That would be crazy.
What did she ask you to do, Alstrom?
Keep experimenting on Spren.
What did she offer you in return, Alstrom?
You really want to know? A weapon.
Yeah, no, I do want to know. I'd like to know about the weapon, Alstrom.
That's all she told me about. She said the weapon that could help us fight what was coming. What was already here.
She didn't say what it did. What exactly it was supposed to fight? Is it supposed to fight the whatever the flying thing is that stabbed me? Is that what it's supposed to fight? Is it supposed to fight the people who can go under the ground, the people who can take different people's shapes?
I think it's... the... Whatever happened at that party in the palace, a weapon against that.
Okay.
But if what you are saying is that if both of these creatures are both unmade, if that weapon will work on whatever that thing is in the palace, also might work on her.
There's no way that she would give you a weapon that would hurt her. That doesn't make sense.
None of this makes sense. I don't know what the answer is. All I know is that I need more information. So I'm gonna keep stringing this creature along.
Did you get a name?
Did I get their name?
You did not get a name.
No.
Yeah, Bear takes out his notebook and starts writing all of this like crazy rapid fire. Okay. So there's two unmade. One of them who is maybe on not on our team, but maybe against the other unmade. Maybe it's a territory fight, right? Maybe the scrapping of a territory, like two different street gangs or something. But Rave, this is important. This part is important. Rave was setting up Kholinar for this thing for a long time, right?
What it sounds like.
Yeah, with all the information we've brought.
So the Sons of Honor know about... Oh, storms. The Sons of Honor are the Oshendi that are singers, that are whatever is happening. But they're not singers, they're something else, right? Because they don't look the same. And some of them can fly and they have our powers, kind of, right? So if they've been the ones who've been setting up Kholinar to fall, that means that they're working with these unmade things. Right?
Probably.
I just need to think. I need to think. Does anybody know? Is there anything else? Is there anything anyone is leaving out?
Where'd you get this pamphlet?
Wilaya.
The librarian from the Devotary of Insight?
Yeah, it turns out she's lovely. Also one of us, so...
What do you mean?
Oh, she's a Radiant.
You didn't insult her or anything, or you like left her in good terms, right? She's gonna be on their side.
Yeah, no, for sure. Honestly, I think we're going to be really good friends by the time all of this is wrapped up. And I told her that. And I think she agrees.
I have a hard time believing that, but okay.
I am famously likable.
You hear coming from near the fire, zipping around a little indent. To who?
Oh, definitely not Fira. Dervin likes me.
You're all right.
See?
Like a Kremlin, once you get past the hard shell, it's all soft inside.
Depending on the Kremlin, there's a lot of poop in there. Dervin says.
I am not full of poop.
Can we go back to Wilea being a Radiant?
What order is she from?
Stoneward.
Why
Her
not
spren
try?
is big.
Jez pops up immediately in front of Nev. Like immediately, just boom, ribbon of light shoots in front of Navali. You should talk with her. You should talk with her.
You think I should go back to the Devotary?
Yes,
Jez? All right.
I think you should.
She really doesn't. She really doesn't like you. For the record, you stole a book.
Well,
I would bring her a book to replace it. Like
Should we go apologize?
Like maybe
I
a
will bring that
translated
story.
copy. Maybe a translated copy of the book we stole would go a long way to mending that fence.
I'm not doing that.
Well, I mean, we already have one. We just have to...
Yeah.
Actually... Vera, how long would it take you to copy that book?
Again?
Yeah.
Probably a night. Is that a proper estimate?
About 10 seconds with transformation.
Oh, okay, cool. I could use Stormlight, and I could probably do it fairly easily now.
How many could you make?
Like a 10-foot
Probably a bunch.
cube. Yeah, like so
Yeah.
many.
As much as I have Stormlight and
The
blank
prerequisite,
books.
we'll go above table for just a second because transformation is a little bit wishy-washy, but the prerequisite to creating something with transformation is having an intrinsic knowledge of it. So you're never going to be able to like turn something into a steam engine, but you could absolutely create your very special favorite spoon that has, your hashtag autism spoon. You could make that like seven or eight different times. You know what I mean? Like, that's all well and good, but the reality is that like you need to have intrinsic knowledge of it. So creating another translated tome would be fairly simple, especially if you took like a prerequisite book and turned that empty book
I hand wrote
into...
it already.
Yeah, if you turned an empty book into another copy of the translated tome. So it'd be, frankly, fairly simple.
Yeah. I can do that. Why? What are you thinking?
Hold on. First off, I do have an idea. You could transform the way people, you could socialize knowledge. Do you know how expensive a book is? It is crazy expensive. I know because I've been buying them.
Been buying books?
Not important. Vera, you could create like 100 copies in a day, maybe. I don't want to say that's what you should be doing because you should do what you want, but like I do think that is something worth considering for the future. Once we're past this, like if you can do that fast, that's transformative for the way people learn. Sorry. Anyways, I think we should give Wilea a copy. And I think we should start giving out copies of that book. The Ghostbloods wanted it because it's powerful. It's knowledge and it's powerful. And at first I was afraid of getting it into the wrong hands. But what if that's the secret? What if we get it into everyone's hands? What if everyone had the knowledge to act on, right? How many more Radiance would we have if people understood what it meant to be one?
Wasn't it your Spren who said that we should guard this secret? The knowledge in that book? Or are we going to tear out pages of those as well?
I will allow my Spren to speak on her own behalf because I think it is wrong to speak on people's behalf.
Tila manifests as her sort of like red-dressed, only vaguely crystalline form with the mask.
There's Tila.
I've been letting Bear make a lot of his own decisions because I think it would be educational for him to make a series of mistakes instead of having me hold his hand through everything. And it's been a while since he's asked me for anything. So, if you disseminate this specific tome, it is going to get into the hands of people that can use it for very insidious purposes. If you give all of Kholinar step-by-step instructions on how to swear and train for the first ideal of Skybreakers, they say yes very easily. And in the state that Queen Aesudan is in, I find it frankly terrifying to think that she has an army of them at her disposal. And that's exactly something that she would force on her people.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's a good idea to disseminate information like that.
Yura stiffens at the mention of Skybreakers.
She turns around and pointedly looks at Bear. Is that all you needed from me?
That feels wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that feels wrong.
I feel like you should make this decision after you've stopped abusing substances, putting children in danger, and killing people in the street.
think on it. Thank you.
Okay, bedtime. I'm gonna pick up Krav. I'm gonna look at Dervin, you too. You have training in the morning. Double time.
I have a bedtime?
You do now.
Oh, man.
Thinking about a curfew. Don't push me.
And he, like, thinks for 2 seconds of talking back before he gets that look.
Fully just holding sleeping Krav. You gonna wake him up?
I
don't think so.
I think I'm gonna go and take the top bunk.
I think you should.
I think I should. And he skedaddles.
Vera's gonna lean over to Bear. I think giving a copy back to Leia is a good idea, at least. Especially if she's the first Radiant that we've encountered other than us here.
I think she would appreciate it.
Nev comes back without Karov. If you make the book, I'll deliver it to Walea if that's okay with you. I need to speak with her if she is a Stone Ward.
Of course. I am just gonna sound like I'm on repeat now, but I just think anything that we do from here on out should probably have another one of us with them. Just saying.
Like, Nev, I'll go with you. It was both of us. I'm okay with that.
That's fine.
Wave does shoot up towards Navali. He was a robber, willing participant in a breaking and entering crime.
So was I. So were we all.
But you're good at it. I think Elstrom saying sorry and promising not to do it again. That is either a good thing or a good lie.
We don't have plans to steal more books, so...
You didn't plan to steal the other one. You were just supposed to be there.
That's true.
And you lit it on fire.
No, I
Okay.
pretended to light it on fire.
What's the difference?
She's a tough one, though. Just saying. So she's got a hard exterior, and I'm not sure if she has a soft interior underneath that. So.
I think
I mean,
can
she was
handle
pretty.
it.
She was pretty nice to me.
Nev the
so-
knife isn't scared.
I was just saying.
I'm not concerned. I will try my best to make amends. I guess I don't really feel sorry for what I did, so that might not be a good idea.
I can
mean,
do all the talking.
You're better
could
at that.
be. You could maybe not be sorry for the actions you took, but maybe you could be sorry for how those actions made her feel. You know, you may not regret what you did, but maybe you regret the way that made the people around you feel.
I think I'll just be honest with her. I have a feeling that that's the best policy there. I was doing my job.
Yeah.
I didn't wish her or anyone there harm. Arguably, I did make extra efforts not to kill anyone while we were there, for the most part.
I think that will really
Right? Because
win
I don't
her
think,
over.
above table, I don't think Nev actually killed anyone.
There was a couple
Really
people
knocking people
unconscious.
out.
Yeah, there was a couple
Ooh,
people
that-
unconscious. The man that
I was about to
Alstrom landed on,
slaughter.
yeah, did go completely unconscious. You don't know. You left some bodies in your wake, and you don't know if they were living or dead.
Well, I tried not to hurt anyone severely or permanently in any way, so maybe that will count for something. I don't relish the idea of beating up Ardents and guards in a devotery. They're not well trained. They didn't stand a chance, really.
I wonder if there's other Radiance that we don't know of, too.
There are.
What do you mean?
Maybe we can.
I am hoping to meet one soon, but I don't know.
Who? What?
I don't know yet. I don't know their name.
How do you know there's a Radiant?
Remember those thieves I mentioned?
Other Dreyers?
They supposedly have a Radiant. That's why I want to meet them.
Oh. So that's 2.
Can we?
I'm sure there are way more of us than we think.
You think there's a way we could try to find more? Put out some sort of like signal or like a flyer?
I mean, I could just start openly flying around the city, but I don't think that would be very helpful.
Could invite them to a potluck. Free food. Humans love free food.
Maybe we should
Yeah,
be a little less.
Let's just invite people to meet with us who might want us dead, because not all Radiants are on our side.
No. Though that Kamara fellow might be able to convince him.
He's a Skybreaker.
Skybreakers are different. Rigid. They have rules they must abide by, or they cannot do anything.
Justice.
I wonder what happens if the rules change. What happens when they move the bar?
I don't want to find out.
Their brains would storming break. He couldn't even fight me because I wasn't following the rules, whatever those were.
Whose laws do they follow?
Maybe they choose a law. Is it? They can't. Is it Thalen? He was a Thalen man. Is it Thalen law? And is it the law of the Almighty? Is it...
Maybe
A herald.
the law of whatever country they're in at the time.
Who knows?
That's...
Maybe they just pick one that feels good, you know?
Maybe
I
it's
know.
whatever is in your... I don't know, your mind, your heart, when you say the words.
Maybe ask him.
Next time I fight him, I'm sure we'll have a conversation about it.
Well, how are you supposed to hold yourself to his laws if you do not know them?
That's how I feel.
So maybe
I
ask
know.
and say, hello, I need a book full of your legislature. I require your rule of law, your code and conduct. Great Kamara, breaker of the sky. What rules do you follow?
Like some terms and conditions?
What are your terms and conditions? Where do I
Rules of
click?
engagement.
Oh.
I know last time I asked a Skybreaker who they were following. They weren't as open to fully explaining it to me, but they did mention Nail.
Like the Herald?
Like the guy who killed my dad. Yeah.
Wait, they know where like they're working with Nail? That he's here?
Don't know if he's here yet.
If he was here, we would probably be storming dead.
Falaran's eyes go wide. And he looks at Bear. Nail killed your dad? The Herald?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You know, crime happens, right?
No, it doesn't.
Not like that.
No. Horrible things happen because horrible people make horrible decisions. Some things are an accident, but murder isn't.
That's true.
I mean, Rave kind of put him on my dad's trail, and because he was Radiant. I guess, Florin, you don't know some of this. I don't know how much all of you know. Yeah, so I really lose him.
So what's our next step?
What do we do from here? Do we have another question for the ledger? Or Navali, did you want to look at the ledger? Or
I want to see the ledger. I want to know if it's in a Dreyer cipher. If you... Oh, you have it. Okay.
yeah, I mean, I knew we were talking tonight.
Yeah, I'll flip it open. Is it in a
Make
cipher?
sure you wash your hands.
Oh, sure.
Very particular.
Nev will go do that because Fira told them to.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't think Nev has ever like picked up a piece of literature and washed their hands beforehand in their life, but
I'm trying to
So,
stay
yeah,
on his good side.
I'll do that and I'll open it up. I am delicate with the pages. I'm careful with it.
Oh, wait, does it see? Can we like put an illusion to make Nev seem like Rave or something? No, a book it doesn't have eyes. That's no, never mind.
Is it gonna talk now or? Nev holding
would
this
have
thing.
to
Is it gonna
talk
start
to
talking to
it.
me? I thought you said it was in Shadesmar. Okay.
Yeah.
I am just gonna.
I think
look
it does
for this.
know who's reading it. So honestly, Alstrom, that it did talk about how Radiance, we have grimy fingers and we don't wash under our fingernails and we're disgusting.
That's not true. That's
Mine.
not true.
Falaran's like desperately looking at his fingernails.
No, I take very good care of I have good nail care for sure. I mean, nail care.
My lab gets dirty sometimes. All the explosions.
Your idea might work is what I was.
Oh, now I'm thinking about this. Nev is definitely. I'm not a nail biter, but Nev definitely is.
Ooh, that
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So
that's a Nev thing.
Alstrom, do you put an illusion on Navali to make them look like Rave?
No, gross.
No.
No. Okay.
Nevs doesn't seem into it. I don't want to force her.
Okay. Nev,
Look at this page.
yeah, you open up the book, the ledger, and what specifically are you looking for?
I want to know if you said it's coded messages. There's
It
a
is.
cipher of some kind.
There is.
Is it Dreyer?
It
a
is
Dreyer cipher?
so specifically Dreyer cipher.
Oh, so I can read everything.
Give it an evening and you'll be able to pour through this tome in no time and get all of the details, but a very, very brief look at this gives incredibly detailed accounts of blackmail, of protection rackets, of the direct interference of the Sons of Honor with supply lines when it comes to the wall guard. You get a few...
Wait, interference?
Yes.
Okay.
By this account, you're fairly certain that almost every single quartermaster within the wall guard was a member of the Sons of Honor. There is wildly falsified documents about weapons, food, and armaments, armor, clothing, etc. And there's a few direct points. There are points in the wall that there are sapper emplacements there for when the attacks happen to drop the wall. There's also a very direct quote. The army is going to hit within the year, and quartermasters only take a full stock check every 6 months. We have more than enough time before the army arrives. They aren't going to be able to restock. They're going to realize that they're low, and they're not going to be able to resupply by the time the army's cut off all logistical routes.
And I get that just from the short time I'm looking at all this.
There's more. That's what you get from the short form.
I think Nev just gets really quiet and is flipping through these pages and looking increasingly more serious.
It's so much worse than you thought.
You're understanding this?
Damnation. This is bad.
How bad?
Irreparably bad. It looks like every quartermaster in the wall guard is Sons of Honor, and they have been falsifying the records of the supplies coming in. When the armies arrive, we're not going to be able to supply.
Did I catch any of these quartermasters in my purge?
In your purge? No. These are definitely people. These are Sons of Honor that you wouldn't have known about that fled the city before, like during Rave's exodus. Seeing as by merit of all of the Sons of Honor of import were pushed out of the city or were absconded with or whatever. All of the members of import have left the city. So you're certain that if you went and you checked at the different guard regiments, that there would be roughly chaos. That there would be, quartermasters are missing. What's going on? But no one's really checked.
Do we know somebody? Is there somebody we can warn? Or at least talk to about this?
There's more. There's accounts of blackmail, protection rackets, interference with wall guard, and the wall is rigged to drop in certain places when the enemy arrives. And that's just these first few pages. I am going to need to translate all of this for Storm and whoever you want to take it to, I guess.
Captain Tiriel.
Lady Azure. I'd bring it to her first.
Well, they're in the same spot, so.
I'm sorry to say, but I trust her more than I trust your captain still. If you will permit me to borrow this for the night, I will write it out for you. I will...
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, the Dreyer is dead, so if Tyrael wants the cipher code, I can give it to him. I don't care.
Of course, yeah. No, anything that's gonna help. You got a lot farther than I did, so thank you.
It's about this time that you hear the telltale bells of sort of alarm that someone is at the front entrance to the sheath.
I'm sure there's like peepholes to check, right?
Oh my gosh, of course. Definitely.
Yeah, I check.
Okay, you'll head up, you check, and you see in his usual finery, the usual totally dressed up look that he always has is Tunavir.
I think every expletive on Roshar leaves Navali's mouth.
Hello. Hello.
I open the door.
Navali, it's very good to see you.
Why are you here, Tunavir?
Well, it seems as if you're taking your first nascent steps into the real politics of this ongoing conflict. So I thought it best that I come and I extend a branch once again of friendship, camaraderie, and employment to you and yours, and hopefully deepen our relationship.
I will step aside.
Thank you.
Come on in.
And Tunavir walks down into the sheath, his fine boots clacking, echoing off of the stone.
Nev following him, looking pissed.
He stands there in front of you all. He has a cane in one hand. Well, good evening, Radiance. It's good to see you all again. It's been a while. Have you been avoiding me?
I did not realize check-ins were requirements of our working relationship.
Oh my gosh, I thought we had extended beyond that, perhaps for a drink or a cup of tea or just a social visit. I am a wealth of stories, and I thought maybe with all that you have going on, I could share a little bit of wisdom, but it seems as if you would like to leave those things to, well, mystery and chance, the capable Knights Radiant that you are. So I've come with, well, another offer. If you would have it.
What's the offer?
So you've been speaking to my contemporary Klim. This is correct?
Yeah, he didn't seem so open to working together.
Klim is curmudgeonly and has a little bit of an entanglement with one of you. and that does complicate things. Matters of the heart can get in the way of the greater good from time to time, but I am not a prisoner of any such entrapments, so I think that it's about time that you are, well, in at least some capacity, brought into the light. So I would make a very simple offer in exchange for, once again, services rendered. I thank you again for delivering Lady Azure unto us. She is going to be indispensable. But it seems that we have a little bit of a complication within the city. Am I correct? That being the individual Rave?
You already know the answer is yes.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but Rave has directly attacked some of your houses, has slain people that are close to you, and has taken away a great many things. What if I told you that Rave is still within the city?
Where is he?
That remains to be seen by you, not me. But there is a small matter that does need to be dealt with before we move forward as working partners. And I think a few of you already know. There's a rather pesky individual by the name of Kamara that has been running around town acting as judge, jury, and executioner in the name of Nail. Him and his order, well, I believe they are going to be a linchpin for the days to come. Kamara isn't the issue, however. Kamara's lieutenant is the issue. Well, captain by rank. Lieutenant by name. He's a man by the name of Bakaran.
His name is Captain Lieutenant.
They have taken to calling him lieutenant within the ranks that he sits in now, but he used to hold the rank of captain among circles that you exist in, and his name was Bakaran.
Nev is just looking at Fira this whole time.
Fira has such a visual reaction to that. Eyes flare up. She probably even leans back, takes a step back.
Well, Captain Bakaran has taken certain steps against my organization, and thus he needs to be removed.
And in return, you get what?
In return, you get Rave. And potentially far more answers and solutions to the problems of, may I list them, Queen Aesudan's corruption, the inner collapse of the organizations within the city that would keep it safe, your own safety, the lives of thousands of people, and of course, your future as Radiance. So I would say that it's actually a fairly one-sided deal.
What are their motives?
Who in particular? The Skybreakers, Odium,
Skybreakers.
Queen Aesudan.
Skybreakers.
The Skybreakers serve the law. To the letter.
Which one?
What law What law are they serving with the enemy?
It changes, sort of on a regular basis. But the law that they truly serve is that of Nails. Nail is seen as the adjudicator of most legislature. He's the grand interpreter, they've taken to calling him. And, depending on the land that they are in, that is the law, to the letter, that they will respect. I had a rather productive conversation with Mr. Kamara. Mr. Kamara, having ran into the illustrious Nev the Knife, and having had to have run away from that duel, as Nev broke the rules of that engagement rather swiftly with an inopportune attack to the groin. Well, that goes against the laws of honor duels here in Alethkar. Thus, he had to retreat. So, I would look into the legislature of this country when it comes to combat and death. Perhaps exploit these things, but that's speculation. I can hand you a lot of what you need directly on a platter, should you work with me, and find this Bakaran and remove him from service in whatever way you see fit.
What do they want in Kholinar?
Oh, the death and destruction of the people of Kholinar, the usurpation of the capital city, control of the Oathgate that is here. Do you not know about the Oathgate?
Do we not? We don't know what oath gates are, do we?
No,
No.
not at all.
What the heck? Krem is an oath gate?
Oath gate.
Nothing to really be concerned of as far as you're all concerned yet. But that is their motive. They wish total control of Kholinar and the surrender of its people. This is to be
Why?
Why is the Oath Gate important? What is important about it?
travel, free travel to and from Shadesmar. But
Oh.
what you need to understand is this is war. This is conquering.
And these gates are points of interest.
The gates are very much circumstantially advantageous for them, yes. The real prize is Kholinar and the lands surrounding. Armies need to be fed. Supply lines need to be refreshed. And they're going to need people to work the land, to be exactly what they always have been. They need to take control. It is a matter of power, influence, and control. That is what they want. That is exactly what they want. There is no... Well, actually, as far as I know, there is no other motive. The forces of Odium and the newly minted singers and their army of fused, they wish control. They want what we have. They want our people, our lands, our money, our food, our weapons, our walls. And they're going to destroy us to get it. In no small amount do they also want revenge, but I believe that's simply a motivator to the other goals.
I just don't understand why the Skybreakers are working with them.
Well, I think you've already heard the real answer, haven't you, Feraniel? These aren't our lands.
And Bakarin is here already?
Bakarin has been busy within the walls of the palace and within the temple district, enforcing his own version of martial law. It's just been very quiet. So yes, he is close at hand. I believe he has visited. Has he not?
Few high storms back, but I thought he'd left again.
We left you.
All right, so you want us to take this Bakarin out of the fight in whatever way we deem appropriate?
Whatever way you wish, yes.
How long do we have to decide, or do we have to tell you now whether we're doing it or not?
I give it until the next high storm.
If we accept, I'll send you a message.
Just come and visit.
I can do that too, I suppose.
I mean, I could just tell my mom.
Oh,
I'm sure she could get you a message.
she gave you the entire... Interesting. Very interesting.
Your mom, like, makes us chowder, your mom?
Don't
Like,
worry about
your
it.
Mom?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
She does make the best chowder.
Nevis having a mini crisis.
Wait, your mom knows this guy?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how. Yeah,
We're actually very close.
by the feeling.
We've been friends for, well... How old are you?
I am 27.
That's fucked up.
So I've been friends with your mother for about 3 decades now. Give or take.
So you knew who killed my dad then, right? Same as she did.
Unfortunately, yes. And your mother forbade me from ever saying anything to you, and so I have not. It wasn't ghost blood business, for what it's worth. We were uninvolved. It was an unfortunate circumstance that your father was targeted by Nail. And for that, I'm sorry.
It wasn't ghost blood business. Your fingers are in every pie. It's all ghost blood business, Tanavir.
We didn't know. And you can believe that or not, but we didn't know. I would love to have you all believe me when I say that I know the exact machinations and movements and motivation of one of the heralds, but trust me when I say no one saw it coming. And I do feel fairly horrid. Your father was a good man. A strong man.
Why did I see a vision of you killing Navali, Tanavir?
Oh, because I planned to kill Navali once upon a time. Depending on what direction that she went, but I don't think that surprises anyone.
Do you still?
Ira is going to peer into Shadesmar when this question is asked.
Ooh, yeah, okay. Give me an insight. Yeah, give me that insight. That's big. Before Tunavir gives you that answer.
Is it insight or transportation or what is it?
I think it's a transformation roll. Like you have to do, but it's just an insight. Is there even a transformation roll attached to it? I think it's just insight.
Transportation.
Transportation. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm going to raise the stakes then.
Sure. Yeah.
Ooh. That is an opportunity.
Okay.
Or no, that's yes, an opportunity. And then, damn, that's only an 8. Fira is distracted.
Would you like to use that opportunity to re-roll the dice?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Well, it's even worse. So, nope.
Okay.
5.
You get one thing out of your peering into Shadesmar, which is Tunavir has a strange glowing symbol in the middle of his chest in Shadesmar.
Uh-huh.
It's very geometric.
Yeah.
It's like
It's more than I saw last time, right?
it is. Yeah, it's definitely more than you saw last time. There seems to be some sort of stamp on his chest within Shadesmar. And Tunavir then looks to Berdalar. I don't plan. No, let me rephrase. I don't intend to be in a physical conflict with any of you, but I have plans to kill all of you, and I would encourage you to do the same for me.
Oh, yeah, no, I do.
And I think it's there that we're going to take our human break. Folks, we're going to be back in just a quick 10 minutes. We'll catch you real quick. Tell your mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, retail clerk, local congressperson, mail delivery person. Tell all of them that Another World Tabletop is live on Cardi B's internet telling Cosmere RPG stories. Tell Brotherwise Games that they absolutely rock. Tell the Cosmere RPG team that they absolutely rock. And tell New Jersey Webfest that we're coming for that fucking prize, everybody. We're coming for those awards, everybody. We're fucking coming for the neck. We're coming for you. Yeah, we're coming for you, brother. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Catch you. Hi, everyone. We're back. But I am going to ask you to wait a second because I have to sneeze.
Do it. Salute.
Did you tell your dog that we love them? I sure hope you did. Leave it in, Aaron. Future Aaron, leave that in. I hope you told your dog that we love them. We are back, and we have left off directly on Tunavir revealing that the Ghost Bloods as a whole knew that Berdalar's father had passed, and that there wasn't a conspiracy on their end to have anything untoward done. But he does say, I don't mean all of you. And he gestures to everyone gathered here. I say this, and I want you to believe it. I really don't want Kholinar to fall. This is one of my favorite cities on Roshar. There are wonderful people here, and I find all of you quite interesting. And Klim was right when he spoke to you, Fira. We are working towards the greater good. And he was also correct when he said that we can't reveal that to you. But Klim was also a little bit prickly about it. If I can explain things a little bit further, I really do want you to know certain things. We work around a set of very strict rules. And those rules are directly to keep us safe and to forward our helping the worlds that we are occupying. Not occupying like that, but that we occupy, that we live within. So,
Other worlds?
like the one that Lady Azure came from. There are other worlds. Regardless, the reality is that we are working towards a greater good, and we do want people to live. And there is no real reason for you to trust us beyond our word. But I can tell you one thing. If you simply work off of the merit of your own brow, you may succeed, but it will be horrendously difficult, and more people will die than if you worked alongside us. There are pacts, there are promises, and there is a path to being among my people. And it involves certain sacrifices of morals. And I don't expect you to do these things. But it's imperative that you keep out of the hands of odium. If you do not join us, please do not join him. He will make you promises that are far more direct and more appealing.
Who did Klim want me to kill?
You simply said no. There was
I wanted to know why.
And he wanted you to say yes.
I don't follow blind orders.
And that lack of blind faith means that we may never be able to give you all of the light. It is that simple. I don't admonish you for these things. I have contemporaries among our organization that would act far more imperiously. Perhaps press gang you and browbeat you into a position where you would be more pliable and willing to become one of us. But I'm telling you, what we do requires a certain amount of blind faith. And if you cannot do that, then you can simply be an asset. And we will pay in kind.
Would I be able to uphold my oaths?
You? Yes. Likely you better than anyone else. You? He looks to Nev. No. I should preclude you from entry, if I'm being honest.
Does Jez say anything to that?
Jez is floating with his arms crossed, staring at Tunavir.
Nev wants to know. Well, then maybe no deal.
I understand. I understand. Well,
But we'll think about it.
do. I can promise you many truths. That I can do. And I can promise you rave. And I know that that is an incentive. Because it goes rave, then Aesodan, then the thing riding Aesodan, and then you have Kholinar. So, think on it. Really think on it. I'll be where I always am. And then he turns around and his boots click and clack up and out of the sheath.
I'm really tired of finding out that everybody knows where I live.
Jez pipes up. I think there's a bunch of kids that are getting bolder and bolder every day, coming and going.
Yeah. I need to have a talk with them.
I mean, also you said if Rave was in charge
Yes.
of
He knows
then
exactly
anything
where
he
we are.
knows. Yep. That means anything.
I already had a feeling he knew where this place was because he owned Cutter when Cutter was alive. So it
Is
stands
anyone
to
still
reason.
here?
Well, it's certainly a lot harder for most individuals to get through here.
The
Tenavir is not most individuals.
alarm system worked. That was
It
nice.
did. Probably because he wanted it to.
He has investiture.
Huh.
That's
Oh,
the second
he's
time.
invested? How so?
Yeah. I don't know. It's not like ours, but I feel like I never got a chance to tell you all before. But I just peered into Shadesmar again. Was trying to figure out if he did have any killing intent towards you, Navali, but he has like a glowing symbol in him. I don't know. He also had invested items back at his place too. Like a knife or a dagger or something.
He is only telling us a fraction of what he knows. Will
Yeah, I
we
think
ever even get the truth from him?
You never get the real truth from people like that. Not the full truth.
Never
There's
more than
always
a
another
trickle.
secret with them.
I want Alstrom to make an insight. I would like you to spend a focus and make this at advantage.
Ooh.
Okay. Uh, 14.
You hear on the back of your shoulder, and no one else can actually hear this. You and I should visit him. I am tired of everyone acting like they know more and that they are better than us. It is time that you and I go and we start making them regret acting self-important.
Am I hearing this just myself?
Just you. Just you. I don't like him.
I want to say just a wave in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you don't like him doesn't mean we have to kill him.
I didn't
Or
say
hurt him.
kill, and I didn't say hurt. We should go and take, and we should learn, because he is hiding, and we are the ones that should be hiding things from him. He knows everything, and we do not know anything. So we should go and take things from him.
Last time I tried that, it went very poorly. Why do you think it would go any better?
You are doubting yourself.
I don't think I...
You have new fabrials. We are stronger now.
Out loud to the group. What do you think about trying to find out what else Tunavir knows?
I rolled a 17 to stealth to slip out without anyone noticing.
The door's alarmed.
Can I?
So I would hear it.
I think they'd know when you hit the door, but they might not know that you're leaving. But anyone who'd like to try can make a perception.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Yeah. 12, nope.
It's a natural 20 for 24.
I got a 13. Yeah.
Okay. Navali, you notice. Do you do anything?
Are you leaving in a hurry or are you leaving slowly?
Trying to still be stealthy, but definitely at a pace.
I think if nobody else notices, Nev will do nothing.
Okay. Frame speaks up for the first time, and you see a little ink man on Ferraniel's shoulder. He doesn't drop down to his full size or anything like that dramatically like he has done, but he does take the size of about like an anime figure, like about like 12 inches in height kind of thing. I think that robbing him is a good idea.
Why?
He has power, and we should have it. He has information, and we should have it. There is no means by which we do not find ourselves more efficient, learned, capable, equipped by taking things that are his. The presumption of these ghost bloods, I feel, is largely their strength. It is their information and not always their capability. They know much. If he needed things from us. If he needs Bakarin dead, why not do it himself?
I was wondering that.
They are not as powerful as they say. I do not think. We should even this playing field.
Have you been talking to Wave? Because he just told me the same thing.
Wave is a fool.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
But he happens to be right in this instance. Storm, you.
What, me or him?
No, him. He's saying it very, very clearly to Frame. Frame says, you debase yourself with common insults, you swirling mass of lies. But I do agree with you. Wave says, then perhaps I am wrong to have the opinion of a big, stodgy, stuffy...
Hey.
Rem sucker.
We don't need to be throwing out insults. Come on.
He called me Tangled.
Tila, I need a voice of reason.
You notice
I
that
think that's
Bear
fine.
is not there. Yeah. Jez, you hear Jez,
I
though,
think he
on your
understood
shoulder. Oh, okay, hold on. Yeah. Oh, well, a little late now, but
Okay.
yeah. Do you want, unless you speak up now and then you've...
Yeah. I would have also snuck out.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth. Everybody can roll perception.
I'm gonna roll it with advantage because I have an opportunity to burn. That's another natural 20.
Oh my god. Well, give yourself another
Plus 5,
opportunity.
25.
Yeah.
I have
Wow.
2.
19.
Yeah. You look
Man,
to
I
so
am
Fira. You look to find Tila. Bear is gone. You look around. Nev. It seems like they made it seem to okay. Regularly, when 4 people are having an embroiled conversation with one another in an enclosed space, it would be frankly ridiculous to just be like, and then I slip into the shadows. That's stupid. So I'm going to do the work of saying how this can actually work. A quiet excuse me, I just need to go and use the washroom, and then slip away.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
And
And then you leave. Like, it has to be a bit of social... Yeah, a little bit of an Irish goodbye. Just a bit of, like, social manipulation to go along with the actual stealth, because you can't just be like, and then I slide to the floor and soldier crawl away. That's dumb. So it has to be a little bit more than that.
Bear did one of these. He just went, he went like, 1 sec, and then just left.
Yeah, for sure. And it worked. And that leaves Fira and Alstrom, Frame and Wave all sort of sitting there. Wave goes, They have left.
Now we're keeping things from each other, too?
We should go follow them.
Frame pipes up. I mean, that is kind of scandalous and a bit hypocritical coming from you, isn't it?
Me?
Are you trying not to lie to your friends?
Is he talking to me?
Oh, he's talking to you.
Oh. Yes, I'm trying not to lie to my friends.
I am
I'm not lying
trying
to my friends.
I am trying to decide whether this is socially reprehensible or not to say out loud how deeply, earnestly, and in a very prying way you discussed, well, Berdalar and Klim's former relationship, and how you were trying to reconcile those things and said nothing in an effort to potentially preserve Berdalar's feelings. That feels like a rather major part of your discussion that you have left out.
I left it out because it had nothing to do with what we're doing together as a group.
It directly had to do with the person that you were sitting
Bear's
beside,
personal life.
which
Yes.
you were prying into. I feel as if I have made a mistake in bringing this up.
She's going to look over at Alstrom.
Mm,
Did that change anything?
good lie. Mm-hmm.
Wait. They used to.
Unclear.
Nice.
They were best friends. And
That's
it's
a
not my
relationship.
place to talk about behind.
But you did. At length.
Fear is realizing. Just trying to help.
We should make sure they don't do something stupid.
Yes. Yes. Let's go.
So I guess we'll move to Bear. Where are you going? What are you doing?
Bear is trying to catch Tunavir's trail before he gets too far.
Yeah, give me a survival.
I did mark him as my quarry during that time that we were watching each other,
Sure.
chatting. Oh, it's not great. It's 15.
A 15? I feel like you follow him for a time. Tunavir turns around. And he simply confronts you. Yes? He says quietly inside of one of the side streets of Kholinar leading back to his home.
You know, I didn't really think this through. I think maybe I've been doing that a lot lately. Would you give me one moment?
Turns fully back to Tunavir and goes,
Tila, I have been making some poor choices lately. I fear this may be one of them. So I was wondering if I could get your advice really quick.
Tila doesn't appear and doesn't answer you.
Okay, please. One second.
I'm actually going to... Ooh. This is a pretty big question for the character. Are you asking advice from Tila out of guilt?
no. No, genuinely, this is not an out of guilt thing. This is a Bertolar recognizing that he's gone off the deep end and genuinely needs someone to check his behavior. That's what this is.
Tila slowly forms in front of you. What are you doing?
I mean, he said I could upkeep my oaths. And he has a lot of information on a lot of things that we need.
You're following a strange man who's full of danger into a place completely alone, directly after the person that you are seemingly pining for and respecting and care about told you to never go anywhere alone, because it can be dangerous and it can be horrifying and it can lead to secrets being spilled and blood being shed and all of those horrible things, and you are ignoring your friends again.
I'm not a member of the Order of Friends, Tila.
You
Neither of
are
us are.
not a part of the Order of Friends. You are a truth watcher, and here is the truth. You are a myopic, short-sighted, self-abusing, incredibly harmful individual that has nothing but good advice, camaraderie, and love surrounding him, and you don't let it into your heart, and now you are begging the only person left that will actually listen to you for any scrap of help, and you are still rebuking them. You still aren't listening. This is the truth. You have friends that care about you, and you have walked off alone again into the arms of a man that you know is one of the most dangerous people in this city for more power and more information to get closer to the truth about your dead father. You are being nothing but your obsession again. And it's killing me. I feel myself slipping away every day that you lose sleep. Because this isn't the truth, and this isn't revelation. This is obsession, darkness, and horror, the likes of which is going to destroy you and your friends. Get a hold of yourself and start listening to the people around you. Love and peace and camaraderie and allies is going to show you the truth. It's not going to be the same pattern that you've followed since you were a young, tortured child. Now fix yourself or watch me die. And then Tila fades away.
Bear turns around, walks to Tunavir.
So, I should probably head out. It was great catching up with you, and I just wanted to say, that you suck big time. You suck, and you really super suck, and you took my best friend, and it turns out my mom is also a big old pile of suck. And you and your whole club can fuck off out of here.
All right. If that's how you feel.
That is how I feel. That is how I feel, and no one else. Those are my feelings.
Well, then I suppose that we don't have much left to talk about.
I mean, you could tell me something if you wanted to.
Well, I should be going, but I will tell you, your mother is the closest thing to a moral compass that we have. She's incredibly kind-hearted, and if it brings you any peace, your mother's never killed anyone.
That brings me no peace.
Well, that's the best I can give you.
Okay. Sorry for bothering you and telling you to suck off out of here. I don't really know what that means, and it was quite rude.
You're clearly going through some sort of crisis right now. I don't blame you.
I am really freaking out.
You're a complicated man, and you had a very tumultuous childhood. And I know that you had a defining moment in your life that was incredibly hard for you. I don't blame you, and I don't hold it against you. And if you ever just want to talk and leave all the politics out of it, I did know your father, and he was a brilliant man. And we can just have a chat. I'm sorry that it happened to you.
All right, look, anyways, my friends are probably really mad that I snuck off again, so I should go.
Yeah, you have really good friends.
I don't hate you. I don't hate you nearly as much as I thought I did, and that's freaking me out.
It's because I have to put on a pretty bad air of being a horrifying individual. I know. I am sorry for the things that I have to do. I never feel bad when I do them, though. There are reasons that you should hate me. But we all make mistakes and we all do bad things from time to time. He puts a hand on your he puts a hand on your shoulder. You have good friends. And that's one thing that you do have up on me. Then he gives your shoulder a bit of a squeeze. And then he turns around and his boots click-clack down the lane.
Yep. Bear starts walking back towards the sheath.
Yeah. What you didn't see is Navali up on the rooftop, listening in and hearing the bulk of that conversation besides the whispered words between you and Tila. I don't think that Nev would have the opportunity to hear those things. They were very quiet and personal between a man and his spren. I think there's reason to believe that you all run into each other out on the streets outside of the sheath. Berdalar was not gone long. Navali was right behind him. And Ferhaniel and Alstrom were just behind you. So I think we can say that you meet each other on the street. Seeing as no one is hiding anymore. Unless, I will ask, Navali, are you hiding up on a rooftop still? That is a good question.
No.
No?
No, she makes herself known not long after he walks away from Tanavir.
Bear, you okay?
I just needed some air, so.
What the creme was that?
We both know that's not true, Bear.
So what happened, Nev?
He went after Tunavir. But it looks like you got cold feet, didn't you? Because
What were you
knew it
gonna
was a
do?
bad idea.
I was going to ask him some questions that I didn't think that everybody needed to hear the answer to. So,
I'm so storming tired of this game. You're
What
really
game?
starting to get on my nerves.
What is the game?
this. You act as though you are the only one doing any work here. You act like you need to go and find all of the answers at the cost of anything. And I can see it. It's just like that first time bear, and I don't like it.
Is it all of the answers, or is it just your own personal ones?
Does that make a difference, Fira? He can package it up however he wants. The result is still the same. You go on this obsessive quest for knowledge.
doesn't it bother anyone else how little we know about everything?
All the time. That's why I'm searching for answers, but not like this. Not running off into the night. Alone.
Why is that different? Why is the way I look different than why is the way that I try and do it so bad compared to everyone else?
'Cause you're harming yourself.
And others.
Look at you.
You put
You're
people
not
in
sleeping.
danger.
You're not eating. You're not drinking water. You're not thinking
can't-
straight.
And if you can't take care of yourself, how are we supposed to protect Kholinar? What are you
I am
doing?
doing this to protect Kholinar. That is the whole point.
By yourself, which is against what we agreed.
And what happens if you just go down and no one knows because you haven't eaten or slept in 3 days?
And on that topic, you don't get to take Dervin out anymore. No more.
I told him no.
I don't, Storming, give a damn what you said. You let him come along with you, and I'm not going to let him end up like me. So, if you want to lead another child down that path, pick a different one. Pick a Storming different one.
I told him no. And he said, I'm going to do it anyway. So I said, okay, you can hang back and you have to stay safe. That is the truth.
Nev shakes her head at you. I don't know what to believe from you anymore, Brer. Especially not now. The way you act isn't making sense.
There is something fundamentally broken with me.
That doesn't mean you get to treat yourself like crap.
It is the only way that I know how.
Then learn. Try something different for once. It's
Uh,
okay to.
Frame is going to get huge. And to his full, 9-foot height. And he's going to walk over to Berlar. Just say, I believe that Mistress Veraniel has offered to be too, all of the time. Maybe you should come, and you can stay as two. And then there is accountability. And that is a good first step, to have a friend with you all of the time. Spren bond, because it makes us stronger. And I will admit a very selfish thing. I care about Tila. And she is growing dim.
We're not frustrated because you fell down. We're frustrated because you refused to get up. He reaches out his hand. And a big hug. It's going to be okay. I don't know when, but it will be. I know it's not bright right now. I know it seems dark, but it will pass. And you don't have to be alone.
You hear muffled from between the two of you. He doesn't know that. But it sounds good.
Let's go.
Nev's already walking away.
I'm staying at the Sheath tonight. Fira, where are you staying?
My place, but are we still deciding what we're doing? Or are we calling this a night?
I think we need to pick this up tomorrow.
Okay.
We can go to see Tirael tomorrow.
Yeah.
I would like that. He is
Good idea.
a very direct man. Simple.
Bear, where are you going tonight?
I guess I'm going home.
Nope, come on, you're staying at the Sheath with me. And then we're going to the hot tub in the morning.
What's a hot tub?
It's so cool, you're gonna love it. I mean, it's hot, but never mind. It's like how do I? It's like, I made a little bath with hot water. It's always hot, so it's just like, and then it like moves really fast, and it's just so relaxing. Trust me. Can you trust me? I trust you.
Wow. Okay.
I trust that your intentions are good. Sometimes that's when you take the bad steps. That's okay. What do you do next?
I am sorry. We're letting you all down. I'm scared. I'm scared that we are not going to be enough. I'm scared that my city is going to fall and that everyone I love is going to die. And when I'm scared, I work. And when we caught Rave, I thought finally I could take a break. And then he was gone and I was more scared than ever. And I don't know how to be scared. I don't like being scared. I don't like not knowing. And I trust you, Bostrom.
I trust you too. Come on, let's go try and get some sleep.
Sleep would be good, yeah.
Yeah. Then we'll meet with everyone tomorrow.
And Fear is still here, right? Because Nev left, but Fear stayed. Yeah, Bear's gonna turn and grab Fira's hand with both his hands.
I'm also really scared of you. And I'm also really sorry I ran away. Because I was scared and I don't like being scared. I know that it's not okay and it's not fair and it's not something you can apologize for, but I am sorry and I'm going to work on being scared and being okay with that.
Yeah. I'd just like to ask you to try.
Yeah. I will. But I should get going because, I need some sleep if we're going to be hot tubbing in the morning because that sounds really great.
Yeah. Thank you again for apologizing. And we should probably talk about them, but tomorrow or something.
Yeah, I was 50-50 on whether I was going to go follow Tenavir or go punch Klim in the face for being an absolute... Anyways, have a great night.
Yeah. Good night. And she's gonna turn and walk.
Well, folks, I feel like that is a good place to end our chapter for the evening. That went in a couple of directions that I wasn't thinking it was gonna. And that's a great thing. So, that being said, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for watching along, to all of the people. If there is anyone who is not already, I fully encourage you to hop on our YouTube and follow us along there. Join us on Discord and check us out wherever you can to get your latest updates and to stay informed about when we're running games, what we're doing in the channel, whether we're running doing Wordle or whatever. But yeah, stay tuned. We go live for the very last actual session of Sanguine Dominion this coming Saturday, our last epilogue session. Then we will be back next Tuesday for the last ideal. So we're going to raid out into Magi. They're live right now.
They're playing Wild Sea?
They're live right now playing Wild Sea. They'll also be live on Thursday for the very last episode of the season for Heirs of Honor, a show in which...
Live on Thursday.
Yes. So catch us there, catch us here, catch us everywhere. We're all over the internet. We love y'all. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. A goodbye.
Bye.